What's up, guys? It's Other Jesus, and I've got a channel update for you, complete with some Noshar Canals Team Deathmatch. It's almost 1 a.m. on the West Coast in the USA, but that's not stopping me from doing this little channel update for you guys. So first off, I want to thank all the new subscribers and the support that I've gotten on my channel. I really appreciate it, and it makes it a lot of fun for me to get to share some of this stuff with fellow Battlefield fans or fans just of first-person shooters and gaming in general. So first, I really want to give a big shout out to BHC Entertainment and his crew. He sent a lot of subscriptions my way, a lot of subscribers, and I really appreciate that, and actually really enjoy his channel. These guys are out in the UK, I believe, and they've got some great Battlefield commentary and a lot of great Call of Duty commentary as well. And I like that they kind of have a round table format. Sometimes they'll have group discussions about the game and what they like about Treyarch and what they like about Infinity Ward. And they've got some pretty beastly gameplay too on their site, so definitely check out some of the videos. I really like watching some of their Call of Duty videos, even though I don't really play Call of Duty, but it was pretty cool watching a lot of their videos, mainly because they're not just showcasing quick scopes and crap like that. They've got some pretty beastly footage of like some decent strategy and kill confirmed stuff. So if you're a Call of Duty fan, I highly recommend checking out BHC Entertainment. Definitely going to have a link to this after it uploads. I'll put a link in the description, so definitely check it out. And thanks to Laura the Bishop, Jimmy King, Fernando Gonzalez, some of the subscribers that have recently joined. Sorry if I missed anyone, but I really appreciate the suggestions and comments that you guys are leaving. And just can't say enough how much I appreciate it. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Bahlockaye, who's got a really good channel himself, and again, I'll leave a link in the description. And Bahlockaye does a little bit of everything on his channel. Like most recently, he put up some random Need for Speed stuff and some footage, some full gameplay of some older games that got him into first-person shooters. A game I never heard of called MAG. I hope that's called MAG and not MAG, but I think it's called MAG. So I'm going to be checking some of that out, but he's got some Call of Duty stuff up there and some Battlefield stuff as well. Or forgive me, I think he might not have any Call of Duty stuff. I think just Battlefield stuff. But definitely check it out as well. He's a cool guy, and he's got a pretty cool personality. He's got a couple funny videos up there too, which we all need a little bit of humor in our lives. And definitely give him a look-see. See if he's got anything that you like on there. And also, a little shout-out to Epiphany of Frank. He's got a pretty interesting channel himself, and I believe he's from Australia. And he's got a little unique twist on showcasing Battlefield footage, so I'll put a link in the description as well, and head on over there and check out his stuff. Just kind of a really unique channel, a weird little twist he's got on it, so it's kind of cool. A little bit of a change of pace on YouTube, so check that out. And while this game footage plays here, I'll just talk to you guys about a couple things that I'm trying to work on for the channel. So right here is kind of a little demo of this gameplay footage. Just the first time that I really ever used the AS Val, besides maybe a couple times in Gunmaster. And I had an idea in my head about doing a little series called Iron Man or Iron Men, where maybe just me or me and my entire squad, or maybe my entire team if we had enough people in the server, but we only use iron sights. We just go balls out and we go old school, no attachments, no perks, just nothing special on the gun, just iron sights. So I thought that might be kind of a fun thing to do, and that's pretty much what I did this entire game with the AS Val here. So I might experiment with that. Just kind of sounds like fun. I've had a couple suggestions to get some, live commentary, some, in-game chat. And I have been experimenting with that, but I haven't got it quite right yet. It's a little bit more difficult to do on Xbox Live than it is on a PC, because all of the audio is just coming through the Xbox, or through your TV, you know what I mean, like through your TV, through your Xbox. You don't have a lot of, routing options. Sometimes I think a lot of PC gamers, they're using Skype or Ventrilo. I think that's what it's called. So they have a little bit of more of routing capabilities on where their audio comes from and where it goes. But I am looking into it. I had 0% health right there. Love that. So I am looking into it. I have been experimenting with it. I've gotten it to work, but I haven't got the levels just right yet. So I'm going to be messing around with that. And I'm still kind of a YouTube noob. I mean, I've had my YouTube account since 2006, but haven't really gotten serious about my channel until pretty recently. So I'm going to be taking some time to get better at linking other channels and linking other videos, actually in the video itself, not just in the description. So I'll definitely be working on that. And I'm going to take some time to send out some Xbox Live friend requests to BHC Entertainment and Bahlockaye. And I've meant to do that already, guys, but sometimes I sit down late at night to play, and I'm just not in the right frame of mind. I just kind of sit down and start playing, and it's out of sight, out of mind. But I am going to take some time to send out some friend requests, and hopefully we can, have a little squad night on our server. We can all get each other together on the same team or something, and get some other people in our server and play together as a team and do some TDM or some Conquest or something like that. So I thought that would be pretty cool. And surprise, surprise, the YouTube channel, it takes a lot of work. It is fun to play all these games, but you do have to go through all the footage and find some cool footage, find the games that were good. Because sometimes these Battlefield games, they're kind of uneventful. You end up playing your part, you end up, helping your team with the recon or support, and you're not in the front lines. You're not up in people's faces. You're, maybe holding the objective, or you're staying put and guarding a specific area. So sometimes games are kind of boring, and you have a lot of footage to go through and try to find the good games and try to find the interesting stuff to showcase. And the end result really, is to kind of help people get better at this game, because I started off, I came from Halo. And when I started playing this game, I was really, really, really bad. I'm still not that great. I still make mistakes all the time. I still do stupid stuff all the time when I slap myself in the face. And that brings me to the history of a matchmaking noob and what Diary of a Matchmaking Noob means. Because I got a couple comments, saying, you're pretty good at this. You're not really a noob. Who are you kidding? And yeah, I'm getting better at Battlefield. I'm good at first-person shooters. I'm not the best. I'm not the best person out there playing any of these games. But what does that mean? Matchmaking noob. So, long story short, because I could make this a long story if I wanted to, but I'm going to try and sum this story up here for you. Back in the Halo 2 days, Bungie used to have leaderboards on their website. So when Halo 2 came out and, matchmaking, Bungie's matchmaking kind of revolutionized online gaming, at least on the Xbox it did, or on consoles it did. And the whole idea of getting matched up with random players to play the game. Bungie called it matchmaking, and they used to have leaderboards. And so these leaderboards were visible, and people began to exploit them, and those leaderboards didn't last very long at all, if anybody remembers that. But there were leaderboards, and even before the leaderboards and Halo 2, there was the MLG, and the original Halo Combat Evolved was the flagship game of MLG. And there were a couple teams in the MLG that were, known as the best, and they were pros, whatever that means. And so when Halo 2 came out and there was all these people playing online, well, just as I predicted, the MLG got shook up really bad because Halo 2 and matchmaking online gaming really opened up the competition. It allowed people that couldn't get to these MLG events to be known. And some of the top MLG pros didn't like that very much. So some of the MLG guys weren't on the top of the leaderboards. Some of them were, if I remember correctly. But there was this one guy, Blackjack. I think he was second on the leaderboards, and Bungie did a little interview with him. And I specifically remember them asking about the MLG. Bungie asking Blackjack, the Halo 2 player, about MLG. And Blackjack said something to the effect like, yeah, they've been cool to us, they've been inviting us into games, but they still call us matchmaking noobs. And that always stuck with me because I was like, these MLG guys are just, are getting pretty jealous because the competition is getting more fierce now, and they're calling them matchmaking noobs, right? So that's where it came from. I've always had this kind of idea for a while, even back in the Halo days, to have a series on YouTube called Diary of a Matchmaking Noob, because I try to play pretty competitively, I guess. I try to play pretty hard, but I'm not a pro player. I've never really seen myself as someone who was trying to go pro with gaming. And really in Halo 2, Halo 3, the whole MLG got shook up. There was a lot of different kids that were up and coming, where when Halo 2 came out, people used to say, oh, these top guys in Halo, they're never going to be beaten. They're always going to be the best. There's nobody better. And sure enough, by the way, I don't know if you're watching this in-game footage, but what were some of those guys doing right there, by the way? And check out the score here. This game was just ridiculous. I mean, I was on fire. My whole squad was on fire, and I don't know how we got so lucky because this was not our server. I just picked a random game. I just said find a random game, and this is what we got, and we were just blowing these guys out of the water. It's insane. It's 434 to 154 or something like that. Anyway, and so that's where the name Diary of a Matchmaking Noob comes from, and it's even kind of a long name. I've thought about changing the name of this series, but I figure I'll keep it as it is for right now. I just want to make sure people can find it really easily. If people are looking for full gameplay of Battlefield 3 and soon to be Battlefield 4, I want to make sure that people can find it easy with the description. So we'll see. We'll be adding more content to the channel. Like I said, hopefully some squad nights, some nights where some of us other YouTubers join up together on Xbox Live. And I think it's great that we are some of us Xbox Live Battlefield gamers are finding each other and joining forces and supporting each other and sending subscribers to each other and just telling other viewers about the channels that we have. It's a great way to help build up our channels, and for me, it's really humbling just to find a few people right away that noticed my channel and went out of their way to give me some support and have just been super friendly. And it's really feels really good to be able to return that support to these other channels, and I actually really like these other channels too. It's some interesting content. It's some really cool stuff. It's different. It's not just all the same stuff over and over, and so I'm excited about it. Anyway, guys, I guess that's about it. I'll just go ahead and let the last 5 minutes of this play out. By the way, this game was actually like 56 minutes long. This was a 500 ticket server. And it started out where there was just like 4 or 5 people in here, and then, you know, more people started joining. But this was just an insane game. I don't know how we got so lucky and did so well, but I'll just let the game play. It's really late and I'm really tired and I'm kind of just rambling anyway, but that's a little channel update for you guys. I trimmed this video down to about 20 minutes so you could enjoy it, hopefully. So again, big shout out to BHC Entertainment, Bahlockaye, and all the subscribers that have been watching the footage here. Really appreciate it. Check out Epiphany of Frank, and feel free to leave a comment on this video or any other suggestions. Tell me what you guys think of the Iron Man idea. And that's it. Other Jesus, I'm out. Peace. Hopefully I will sleep well because I'm very tired. Hope you guys sleep well too, and I'll just let this video play out.
Back on this one. Guys, over. Hostile soldier stereo. Over.